You get hurt on the job, and suddenly a bill shows up from a hospital you barely remember visiting. That bill has a name, and it is called a medical lien, and it is basically someone saying, hey, pay me back before you spend your settlement money on anything fun. Here's the weird part nobody explains to you. Your health insurance company, or sometimes the workers' comp insurer itself, quietly keeps a running tab of everything they paid for your care, and they expect that tab settled the moment your case wraps up. Think of it like splitting a pizza with 5 friends who all paid different amounts, except the pizza is your settlement check and everybody wants their slice first. The lien holder gets in line, your lawyer gets a fee, and you get whatever is left standing at the end, which honestly feels like the plot of a heist movie where the getaway driver takes a cut before the job even starts. So why do liens exist at all? They exist because insurance companies do not want to pay twice for the same injury, once through your medical coverage and again through your settlement, so the lien is their way of saying, reimburse me first. This is where a good accident injury lawyer earns their keep, because they negotiate that lien down before the check ever gets cut. Sometimes a $10,000 lien turns into $6,000 just because someone picked up the phone and argued nicely. People assume the lien amount is fixed in stone like it came down from a mountain on a tablet, but that is a myth worth busting immediately. Liens are negotiable almost every single time, and insurers often accept less rather than get nothing if the case falls apart. Here is a plot twist worth knowing. In workers' compensation cases specifically, the lien often comes from the workers' comp carrier that already paid your medical bills and wage replacement, and they want that money back if you also win a separate injury lawsuit against a third party. That third-party lawsuit thing confuses almost everyone, so let us slow down for a second. If a delivery driver hits you while you are on the clock, workers' comp covers your bills first, but your lawyer can also sue the driver, and whoever gets paid twice has to sort it out through the lien. Doctors and hospitals sometimes file their own liens too, completely separate from the insurance company, kind of like 2 different landlords both claiming the same rent check. Your lawyer has to track every single one of these, because missing a lien is like forgetting a guest at a wedding who shows up demanding cake later. There is a federal wrinkle here as well, especially if Medicare was involved in your care at any point. Medicare has serious legal teeth, and if their lien is not resolved properly, they can come after you years later, which is about as fun as a surprise pop quiz you thought you aced already. Reparation is the boring hero of this whole story, even though nobody wants to hear that. Lawyers who track your medical bills early and communicate with lien holders throughout the case usually get better reductions than lawyers who scramble at the finish line. Doubt creeps in for a lot of injured workers who think the whole system is rigged against them, and honestly, some days it can feel that way. But understanding how liens work turns confusion into leverage, because you cannot negotiate what you do not understand. A common misunderstanding is thinking your settlement check arrives untouched, like a lottery win with no strings attached. In reality, it usually gets divided among liens, legal fees, and costs before you ever see a dollar, so knowing that ahead of time saves you from a very unpleasant surprise later. The real lesson here is simple, even if the process feels complicated. Ask about liens on day 1 of your case, not day 100, because early knowledge is the cheapest insurance you will ever buy. So next time someone mentions a medical lien, you will know it is not some scary legal monster, just an unpaid bill standing in line for its turn. Want to learn more about how all this works for your specific situation? Check out our links in the description.